Katniss Everdeen opened her eyes, her head heavy, her body burning from tracker-jacker venom. But beside her, gently wiping her forehead with cool leaves, was Rue. Small, quiet, kind. Her presence felt like a war member in a freezing world. Katniss whispered, voice rough, "Thank you." Rue smiled. "We watch out for each other." The arena was cruel, but here was something human, something pure, something worth fighting for. They moved through the trees together, two shadows weaving between branches. Rue climbed like a bird, light and fast, her eyes seeing things Katniss could never notice. She pointed out traps, food, water. Katniss shared her knowledge of snares, of hunting, of surviving the forests of District 12. Slowly, a bond formed between them, not out of strategy, but out of trust. Rue hummed a tune that a soft four-note whistle that drifted through the leaves. Katniss listened. It sounded like hope, but the arena was never still. Far in the distance, a booming explosion echoed through the forest. Rue froze. The careers were hunting again. Katniss's jaw tightened. "We need a plan." Rue's voice was soft. "They have all the food, all the supplies." Katniss looked south, toward the open field where the careers camped. She understood immediately. "We don't need to fight them," she whispered. "We just need to take away what they're protecting." Because the careers weren't hunters. They were predators who never had to learn how to survive without comfort. If their supplies were destroyed, they would fall apart. At dusk, Rue and Katniss crouched among wildflowers, studying the career camp from a distance. Mountains of food neatly stacked, guarded by a strange pyramid of mines. Katniss narrowed her eyes. "This is their weakness." She whispered her plan. Rue nodded, brave and bright. "I'll cause a distraction." Katniss grabbed her hand. "Be careful." Rue smiled softly. "You be careful too." Two allies point two sisters in a world that didn't allow childhood. Rue sprinted to the district flagpole and lit a trail of leaves on fire. Smoke rose. Alarms echoed. The careers ran, shouting orders, scrambling to protect their dominion. Katniss sprinted toward the supply pile. The mines were set in a careful pattern. One wrong step, one wrong breath, and she would be gone. She observed the system, then used arrows to trigger the perimeter. Boom, dot, boom, dot, boom. An explosion ripped through the air. Food and supplies erupted into flames like a firestorm rebellion. Smoke curled into the sky. Katniss shielded her face from the blast. When she looked again, the careers were screaming in rage. Their power gone, their control broken. Katniss had struck the capital where it hurt most, and the capital never forgave rebellion. Katniss returned to the meeting point where Rue was supposed to be waiting, but the forest was too quiet. No birds and no wind, just silence. Katniss called softly, "Rue." No answer. Her heartbeat quickened. "Rue." Still nothing. She moved through the trees, tension slicing through her lungs. Then, a scream. "Rue!" Katniss sprinted toward the sound, dodging branches, sliding beneath trees. She burst into a clearing and froze. Rue was trapped in a net, suspended above the ground, struggling, eyes wide with fear. A boy from District 1 stood below, spear raised, victory shining in his eyes. Katniss released an arrow before he even turned. He collapsed instantly. Silence fell. Katniss dropped her bow and ran to Rue. "Rue, I'm here." She cut the rope gently, lowering the small girl into her arms. But Rue's breathing was shallow, too shallow. A spear wound bled near her stomach. Rue looked up, voice barely a whisper. "Did we do it?" Katniss nodded, tears burning her eyes. "Yes, Rue, we did." Rue smiled soft, innocent, peaceful. "Sing," she whispered. Katniss steadied her breath and began to sing the lullaby her father once sang in the mines. Rue's eyes closed. Her hand slipped from Katniss's fingers, and the forest felt colder. Katniss wrapped Rue in flowers, white, yellow, violet, the colors of innocence. She kissed her forehead. "You deserve better." Then she raised her hand in the District 12 salute. 3 fingers pressed to the lips, lifted the sky. A symbol of respect, dot of rebellion, dot of love. The capital watched. Panem watched, and somewhere in District 11, thousands raised their hands back. A spark became a flame. Night fell. The anthem played. Rue's face appeared in the sky. Katniss swallowed her tears and stood tall. The capital expected fear. Instead, she gave them defiance. Then, a parachute drifted down. Inside, a loaf of bread. From District 11, a thank you, a message, a promise. The next day, a new announcement shook the arena. 2 tributes from the same district may win as a pair. Katniss gasped. There was only one person this rule could mean. Peeta, she whispered urgently. Peeta, I'm coming. She would find him. She would save him. She would not lose anyone else. Katniss closed her eyes. You're not alone, she whispered. She searched for hours, following footprints and blood trails, until finally she found him, camouflaged against a rock, covered in mud and paint, wounded badly in the leg. Peeta blinked weakly. You here to finish me off? Katniss shook her head. No, I'm here to save you. She pulled him into her arms. For the first time in the games, she felt something unexpected, a warmth she had long buried. Together, they might survive. The arena had taken much from Katniss Everdeen, safety, innocence, Rue, but it had also given her something new. Fire, purpose, allies, rebellion. The games were changing. So was Panem, and the capital could feel it. This was no longer a contest. It was the beginning of a revolution.